recording them, and you know, and then I remember that big pivotal moment where I played my 4-track for someone. I'm like, here, check this out. You know, he's like, oh, that's really good. I was like, wow. And then, you know, I realized that maybe I could sing and become, you know, develop that side of myself and become a songwriter. So that's when I started, you know, like performing a little bit. And I remember I would be so nervous, you know, and I would prepare all day, like, okay, I have a gig tonight, I like have to drink lots of water, I have to just make sure I eat the right food. It was like this whole day preparation of me going out to perform. And it's so funny now, it's just like piece of cake, you know. I'm like, no big deal. I don't get nervous anymore. But it's interesting, you know, it's just like anything you do, the more you do it, it gets easier and more in flow. So I've come a long way from being someone who's so kind of closeted and shy to now, like, being in a very theatrical, open, you know, wild band.
So when you're working on something new, are you still just sitting down to your piano and pressing record
so I
on
do
something?
I do.
Yeah.
So I just released an album, so that's kind of what prompted this visit.
Right.
So and I hadn't released an album in about 15 years because I kind of jumped off and I was doing all this stuff with Quixotic, and then I kind of started taking more of a side role with other musicians, and I was playing a lot of vibraphone and accordion because I just thought it was cooler to play weird obscure instruments and kind of be in a band. And again, it was this like not wanting to have to pull, like, to be in charge of everything, you know. It's like, oh, I can just show up to a gig and play, and you deal with booking it, and you can pay me, and you deal with all that other crap, you know. So I can just be a band member and have it kind of an easy ride. But then after a while, you're like, wow, you're doing all this contribution for everyone else's creative path and supporting, and then it's just like, gosh, but I actually write songs, and actually I have something to share, and actually I have a voice too, so why am I not honoring that? So it was just, you know, it was time, you know, that it's like, okay, Laura, at least, you know, it's time to not forget where you come from, and you are a songwriter, and enjoy writing and creating from the piano.
Well, I hope at this point too you've made the connections where there are people who are booking you in your solo act, or taking care of receiving the money, or managing you in some way. No, now you have to do it yourself. No, make somebody else do it for you. They'll do it. They want to do it. There's somebody out there that wants to be your manager. You know it.
Yeah, do you want to be my manager?
At least find someone at UT to be an intern. They'll do it. That's great.
No, intern. Don't get me started on using UT interns. So professionals.
So in your new album, I definitely heard an accordion right away. Was that you playing multiple instruments on this as well?
Yeah, I play all the instruments except bass and drums.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so all the vibraphone, piano, any electric synthesizers, any of that stuff, and the accordion and toy pianos, that's all me. Yeah.
So we would like to go on record and say the weirder, more vague the instrument, it absolutely is cooler. Like, for all of our Austin listeners, that is 100% a fact.
If it wasn't in a 1950s sci-fi movie, I would nothing to do.
No.
All you theremin players out there, keep it going.
Theremin on the record.
If you need Chris to make you a theremin that belongs just to you and only reacts to your body, then we can do that.
My aura.
Nobody else, they put their hand over it, nothing happens. Only when you do it.
Chris can make theremins?
Yeah, Chris can make theremins. Yeah, we have a couple of theremins at our house that he's made.
Just a couple, his little pet project. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Want to build one?
Chris made me.
Yeah, we'll build a theremin.
I have a circuit, but I have a weird Casio. I found it at the Goodwill, and I think it was not working. I don't remember what the issue was, but I gave it to Chris, and then when he gave it back to me, it had like 2 more knobs on it. He said, I was like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, and you can output it, this way, or I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Whenever he gets old school stuff like that, he like outfits it to new technology.
Yeah.
So he probably added like an HDMI or something. He was like, so you can record this with your regular digital record. What?
You can cook a 4-pound turkey in like 15 minutes. You can travel from San Francisco to New York in under 20.
Is he working on the time machine?
Yeah, absolutely. That's been made. Come on. How do you think he gets all the work done?
I go to Goodwill quite often. That's one of my shticks. And I was super upset. I have to rant about this for a second. A reseller beat me to a bin. It's the dump.
Blue hanger?
Yeah.
That's right by my house. I'm well aware of the blue hanger.
So
that's where I got that Casio, but I said Goodwill because not everybody knows about Blue hanger.
Oh, yeah.
So like 20 seconds ahead of me, he got to a bend. He pulled out like a DX11, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, I wanted it so bad
Because you paid for it by the
it's
weight.
by
too,
pound.
right?
Yeah, he's paying like
I know.
£2, and he's
And
gonna
then
sell it
there's
for
people
$300.
that
Like,
stock, like I've had people steal stuff
Oh,
out
yeah.
of my
Out of baskets?
basket.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, it's intense.
I don't go there because it is like that. Because it's like
Fascinating.
people like push you out of the way, and I'm like, hey, listen, I have a Bostonian deep inside me. I will kill you.
I want to fight you.
I'm
you need
just
to know I
my
wanted to fight you
fists
before
are
you did
already
something.
towards your face. I can't help it.
Yeah.
I found when I'm waiting, if I just clean my fingernails with a large knife, they don't do that.
They don't mess with
So,
you. They
right.
don't steal
I'm just like,
out.
I'm here to get some candle holders, so
and
back
I have
off.
a big knife. I have a big knife in my bag.
Now I understand why you grew the beard and shaved your head. You're trying to get better stuff.
Goodwill stuff.
Yeah, you're like, listen,
Yeah.
I'm serious about my props.
Honestly, that was a real abrupt change that Patrick made one day that we were all just
Yeah.
like, let's just see. Let's let this
What
play out.
happened?
Let's see how
It
this
was
is
actually,
gonna
yeah. Yeah, when all of a sudden he shows
was-
up and he's got no hair on his head and he's got a big beard and we're like, all right. That seems fine.
What happened there?
Whatever
Yeah,
sort of dramatic
I
point
derailed
you'd
this
like
real
to
quick.
do.
Sorry, everybody.
No.
There was a synthesizer. What?
Hello.
It's the stupid
Oh, the thing.
Oh, is
virus
that why?
protection.
You
It jangles everything.
Yeah, that's the most I've ever heard someone get mad at jingling of any sort. Goddamn jingle.
Why is it good?
Wind chimes.
Speaking of Jingle Jangle, did you know that Hobby Lobby already had their Christmas stuff out in June? Or May, I want to say.
I am
Yeah.
not so surprised. I'm
Yeah.
surprised it's not always out.
I agree.
Was
Like, why
how-
did they even take it away?
When does their Hanukkah stuff come out? That's what I want to know.
2 seconds before.
Well, I mean, aren't they
Like
yeah,
the
they're
day
super
before there's like a
They're
half
super
a...
Christian
They're
group,
super
yeah.
Christian.
Yeah, maybe they
company.
don't. I
It's
don't
just
know. It's hard to
always
know.
in a clearance aisle.
Yeah,
So you
no,
just
it's
like,
like-
come on, you guys, come on,
There's
stop
just a
it.
bunch of like gift bags that are like navy blue, and they're like,
You know,
it's our
close
section.
enough. I don't know.
Take that shit to Walmart. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
I was like, not going down that road.
We peaked
Just
that.
Keeping, it's over now.
I found my
boy.
Cheeto that Michael Jackson.
Oh, great!
took.
Don't eat that. Don't eat that
Don't
Cheeto.
put that Cheeto in your mouth.
there. But it was blessed by a Jackson. No.
Oh man, it's funny. I really thought you were going to say something else about Hobby Lobby, but I appreciate that it was that you had gone there and
It
that
was
there's
the
a lot of
jingle
Christmas
jangle.
stuff.
It just was making me think of jingling.
Yeah, it makes me want to go buy Christmas stuff though, because
No.
to Patrick's point, and earlier you were like, "Do you ever produce shows?" Boy, howdy do we! We've got we do a sketch show, and so we're constantly buying insane amounts of props and weird stuff.
That's
In
why
fact,
you go to the Blue Hanger.
Yep.
Today
Yes,
I saw a
Sure,
stuffed
that's
banana.
why.
I'm addicted,
That's
it's
the only
fine.
reason Patrick goes to
It's
the
right by
Blue
my.
Hanger.
I drive past it every day
It's
on
by
my way
my
home.
work.
So,
Yeah.
so I try to limit my time there because it's really disgusting.
It is
and
pretty bad.
dirty.
Yeah.
you know, and you don't want to touch. I mean, people wear gloves and masks and go digging things.
But there is like that addictive part of it where it's kind of like I don't know, like playing the stocks.
Well, you
or,
never
like,
want to
and then,
shop
oh,
again. You're like, ugh, I got this shirt for 10 cents. I mean, why would I go anywhere else?
You just wait.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
Well, also, since I've been going there and I haven't been using gloves for the last year, I haven't really gotten the flu. So I think this is my vaccine.
That's your
actually
flu
gotten-
shot. Okay, good
As
to
strong
know.
as 10 men. It's very strange.
That's wild. All right, I'll bring the baby there. Just roll him through.
Yeah,
Just
right.
like
Be
cover
careful
him
of
a
the
little
broken
bit.
glass.
It's
It's
Throw 'em in a
fine.
bin.
fine.
It's fine. And then be like, no, you can't buy him by the pound. That's
I
not.
feel like their
You
mascot.
gotta wait a few more years.
That's how you teach him. That's how you teach him how to swim. Just through other people's stuff in these blue bins.
Gross. I feel like their mascot should be someone who got superpowers from an object they just found in a container
Yeah.
at their store.
The Goodwill mascot?
Or got
yeah,
bitten.
the Goodwill mascot. Yeah, exactly. Got bitten
Got
by
bitten
someone,
by like a
stabbed by
tunneling baby that Amy put out. Yeah.
Tunneling baby.
No, yeah, like I used to see
like-
like you putting like the headlamp on him and him digging through the big piles for the good stuff down at the bottom. He was like, "All right, don't come back up until you find a Christmas tree or something." You know?
It's like a mix between like Aquaman and the baby who smokes a cigar and like Roger
Roger
Rabbit.
Right.
Do not want. do not
Have you
want
seen Boss Baby? I haven't
No.
seen that.
Oh, I
yet.
haven't,
think
but I'm
that-
sure it'd be entertaining.
Well, because if one of us had seen it, there would probably be another
They would have been like,
Yeah,
reference. Like, there's something we don't know about.
Be
That
like,
other people
and
do.
Boss Baby, am I right? High five,
Yeah.
everyone.
we don't have. I was gonna say nobody has children that we have to take to movies yet. Definitely,
Yeah, mine
at the
doesn't
very
to ask for
least.
movies just now.
I don't know. I was just like, Alec Baldwin owed somebody something. Same with that Kevin Spacey cat movie. I was just like,
Oh, yeah.
these guys
No,
are
you
not
know what's
doing
really
that
nice,
poorly.
guys? Money. Money is
Yeah, but I mean,
really
like-
helpful. I would literally do anything if you.
Maybe
She's
it
from
is
Boston.
fun.
She would.
Yeah,
Maybe it's fun.
Yeah, maybe it's entertaining to them, and they also may have children, so
Yeah.
I feel like it's related.
I think we all know
Voiceover
how Alec
movies?
Baldwin.
How great is that? You like sit in your
Yeah,
PJs
true.
in like a room like this,
It's
and you're all
easy.
like, "Yeah, can you believe it?" And then they're like, "Great, Alec, one more time. You could just say it one more time, okay? Yeah, can you believe it? Yeah, that's his whole job, like all day.
Alec Baldwin is kind of a lot more all over the place with his role choosing than Kevin Spacey, though. I felt like Kevin Spacey was like batting 1,000. He was like, "Yeah, I'll play a
When
cat."
was that though? I saw
that
the
was
movie.
last year, or just like it
Last
Just
year?
came out. I
Yeah,
thought
it's
it was
House
an
of
old
Cards.
movie.
Like-
Not gonna work
Yeah,
out.
obviously he knows something about House of Cards, but yeah, no, I mean, like he kept like a respectable kind of.
I thought it was like K-Pax level, sort of
I-
like.
Is it suck that was my introduction? That was my introduction to Kevin Spacey. Was
Really?
K-Pax? That was the first movie I think I ever saw. with
I think my
Kevin Spacey.
first Kevin Spacey was Usual Suspects.
Oh yeah. So like,
So I assumed he was good at things.
right.
And doesn't he teach one of those masterclass acting? Like there's a
Oh, yeah.
masterclass.com.
Ooh, I love those. Has anyone actually used one of those? Has anyone actually watched
I haven't,
one?
but
or
I've
done
watched
it?
a lot of the demo. You know, like Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, it's only $80. I thought about buying that one.
Yeah.
That one's.
I thought
How
about
could I
those,
not?
and I'm like, but what are they gonna say? I don't know. I mean, $80.
I could listen to
if I could
Hans talk
blow
forever,
$80 just to watch Steve Martin tell me about comedy. He was teaching a comedy class, and I was
Oh,
just kind of
wow.
like, what's he gonna say? Like, is he like?
I would love it if it was very minimal. Like for the first like 45 minutes, it was just him staring at the class, like everybody there, just not doing anything.
Just
And then,
waiting.
yeah, I don't know.
It's not like a Skype. It's like a pre-recorded,
Oh
like
yeah, well,
him
I mean,
in front of a
staring at the
fire,
camera or something,
talking
yeah,
about
just
you know.
not doing
I'm
anything.
just saying, like he's not like,
Those ones.
is everybody in attendance
Well,
in this? In
Everybody
this,
in Borneo, hands up.
I had a friend who did like a visual effects one, and it was with another company, not that one, but it was like they met in Google Hangout, and they would.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Stan Winston School they do that too. Like you actually just hang out and Google Hangout, and they're like, "This is how you carve foam and make giant monsters." Everybody.
Well, sure. I mean, like
Jeff, you have a
Skillshare
question?
is a website where you can do those kinds of things. But the famous people, they're very likely to have pre-recorded some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that's true.
And then make
look
you
real good.
look at it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, I mean, they're like hanging out in the fanciest like set in the whole wide world, and they're like, "Let me talk to you about artistic theory." You
Due
know?
to court obligation, I'm here to make you a better actor. You know?
Hans Zimmer's like his just like area he actually composes in is amazing. Like normally people have like bookshelves, but his are just analog synthesizers that make up the walls. Like it's just like what? Where do you live? Like what? This is your life? What's
You sure that didn't like fake that room?
No,
No, this is
I've
his
seen
house.
that in multiple things. No, I think it's actually at his because he's got
It's
a
his
consortium.
studio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they've got a
Oh.
bunch of people that actually help now
Oh,
with
I'm
his
sure they
yeah
help
with the
him.
arrangement and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, so it's a whole bunch of young people. Just like he's like, here's 4 bars, go, figure it out. But,
Do you have a room like a studio like this that you guys meet in, Golden Dawn Orchestra, to do rehearsing and stuff? Or?
We rehearse at the Sahara Lounge.
Oh,
Because I was going
I've
to
been
say,
there
like, it's
several
Wait,
a
what?
large
That place.
band. I can't imagine where you could rehearse.
Topaz, who's the band leader of Golden Dawn Orchestra, is one of the owners of Sahara Lounge.
Oh, cool.
I love
So-
Sahara Lounge. I've been
yeah.
there like several
And it's
times.
so awesome because we rehearse like in the daytime with disco lights.
That's I was,
Oh,
With the-
fun.
rad.
with like the full. Oh, do you guys do shows there as well? Like, or do you just use it when
do
nobody's
maybe
there?
one show a year there
Oh, okay.
because I mean I feel like the whole building might explode.
No, it's a pretty
like
tight
and the
venue
energy
for
of our band is
15
I mean
people.
it's just so out of control. Like,
Yeah.
when we play there because it's so packed
Yeah.
and so intense that I feel like the whole building's gonna levitate or something.
I was really hoping you guys practiced you practiced when there was 1 or 2 people there, not like it's after hours. You guys are
Yeah, we practice in the
before hours.
daytime.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Before
like,
hours, yeah.
At noon.
Just like there's
yeah.
that one guy who's sitting there as you guys are rocking out
God.
hardcore.
Yeah, well, there's the one guy, yeah, but they're like straggler people that are coming in. Like
He's got the best show of his
there's
life.
the guy delivering beer.
The guy
There's
that
the
woke
guy
up.
that are like whatever, you know, raking
The guy
up
who had
the
to unlock the
driveway.
door.
It's real good.
Yeah.